help with our investigation.
It appeared that y'all were able to get the fire out. Maybe only half of the house was significantly damaged. Can you speak to?
That's quite a bit of damage. It's a total loss. Just kind of the way it started, it kind of went up a stairwell up into the upper part of the house, got in the attic. So the house is a total loss. When we made entry into the front of the house to go in, we actually had the fire flash over the top of us as we made entry. We've got some pictures of that, video of that, that we'll use in the investigation as well.
Have the other victims been able to give you any indication of how they were able to get out or how they?
So they were separated. It was a two-bedroom apartment down in the basement, and then a male subject living in the upstairs part of the house. He was woke up by some noises, not sure exactly what those noises are. He hadn't described that completely to us yet. You just got to remember shock. Just the whole incident kind of takes them away from their mind thinking clearly. We have spoke with him again. He is recollecting some information, and we'll be pulling that information from him later today.
And forgive me if you already said this, but what room did y'all believe the fire started, or where?
It started at the rear of the house. On the outside is what we're looking at right now. But again, we're going through this thing methodically. There's nothing that's off limits because it's severely damaged. It was through the roof by the time this company got there, and they were there within 5 minutes. And again, the job that they did, 600 foot of 4-inch hose for a supply line, pulling 2 people out of a residential house. The third victim was already out. So, I mean, it's just a fantastic job. I can't brag on the job that they did well enough.
Chief Bush, is there anything we missed, anything you wanted to add or that y'all have?
So you said it started downstairs and went up the staircase into the attic. So did it start in the basement? Did it start on the main floor?
It looks like it started around the basement and then went up a stairwell interior in the house. And got up in the attic of the house before anybody recognized what was going on.
So outside.
That's kind of what we're thinking about right now. Again, it's part of the investigation. We're not saying that's solely where it started. We won't know that until we get done completely today. We have not seen any working smoke detectors. Obviously, I'd also like to add that we just want to keep that family in our thoughts and prayers. It's already a difficult time for everybody, and then to add this on top of it just adds a lot of stress to folks' lives.
Do you know how y'all got the call? Was it one of those people, or was it a neighbor?
A neighbor, yes, sir.
Were they instrumental in maybe getting that person out, or do you know if there was any attempts from neighbors to try to save them?
No, sir. The one person that was out on the first floor on the upper level was already out when we got there. He got out on his own, and then the other 2 were, of course, trapped downstairs. It's very important. Twice a year, we talk about installing smoke detectors. We're part of the state fire marshal's office of free installation. They provide the smoke detectors. Please contact us if you don't have working smoke detectors. We'll install them for free. The state gives them to us. We just encourage folks to have those all the time. They're super important, and we do them year round. We don't just concentrate on doing them in the winter. We do it now. We do it in the summer and the winter. We just encourage folks to have working smoke detectors. And again, when you roll your clocks back and forward, that's the perfect time to change the batteries in those.
You know, 11:30 is not that late at night. You know, I've been to a lot of fires and I've heard a lot of fire talk. It doesn't seem like that would be too late for a fire to get that big of a head start. I mean, I don't know if you can speak to that, maybe why it might have helped it, or.
There's so many variables with that. Again, there's not much I can comment on that because the investigation is ongoing, and I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth or give anybody kind of an idea. It depends on where it gets to. Obviously, if it's outside and it's being fed by oxygen, it's going to burn more intense and a whole lot faster.
Have you given the address?
It's 105 Shadow Lane. It's 105 or 107. I'd have to pull the report up. It's 2 streets up, Leota, and then take a right on Newman, I think it is, and then take a left in your own Shadow. So it's probably a half mile from here. Thank you, guys. At some point, once we know, confirmed that the family has been notified, yes, ma'am. We'll get that out. And if we need to send something out versus calling you back out for a press conference, we can certainly do that as well. So if we get a conclusion of the investigation and then also a name, once we know that the family's been notified, then we'll release that, correct?
I'm sorry, I have one other question. Do you know what the relationship is between the people in the house?
I do. I don't know that I want to talk about that right now because that's part of the investigation as well.
You mentioned video. I'm guessing maybe your guys had
Neighbors,
neighbors were videoing.
correct? Yes, sir.
So when y'all went in, all that. Is that video in your possession?
Not yet. It will be. We've asked them not to post it on social media, not to put it out anywhere because it is part of an investigation. We would like to have that video and us as the professionals review it and then make the decisions on who we release it to, depending on what the investigation reveals.
But nothing criminal looks. If it doesn't look criminal, then that would probably be released at some point.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Anything else? All right, very good. You guys have a great day, and thank you for coming out.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
When was the last time y'all had a fire?
It was the McClendons. Tina, how long ago was that? A couple years? I've been chief 5 years now, and unfortunately, this is my second one since I've been chief.